Hello guys, and welcome to version 8.10 test server and the new map, Hidden Village. Make this a little bigger. Basically this map is comprised of two parts. You have the village, Hidden Village I guess, over here, which comprises of a bunch of kind of twisty turny streets with a lot of destructible houses and a very campy like pass to the south. This entire mountain is unusable, and this entire stream is passable by tanks, i.e. you can drive through it. So I guess we'll check out the village first. If you don't know, coming in the new update you are able to penetrate destructible objects, which is basically something you have to keep in mind when you see this village. Essentially about 90% of this stuff is destructible. This little tower right here, and I think there's a little bit over here. Yeah, you can see it over there on the top of my screen. That is not destructible. However, all these houses, like these little, I don't know what they're called, like rice paper houses, those are all destructible. This wall, destructible. Basically, this entire place is destructible. So, you're gonna have a interesting time because Artie and other tanks will be trying to shoot at you, and now with the new ability to penetrate stuff, you can kind of shoot through a lot of this, and the cover is not really covered that much anymore. So, while in theory this is pretty cool, because in real life you would be able to actually just destroy all these buildings if you wanted to, but then again in real life you were also able to shoot through a lot of these buildings, and that is now happening in all the tanks. So if you really want to have a destructible map, then this is your map, I guess, because like I said, about 90% of the stuff on this map is destructible, at least down here in this village. And interestingly enough, the village has a connection point to the southern part of the map via this bridge right here. So you can, if you're a light tank, maybe spot in there, come across, do a little bit more spotting. Also know that this entire river is shallow enough so that you can ford it, or used to be able to. They changed that. Well, in the first version of the test, oh, that's very strange. In the first version of the test, you could ford this entire thing. I apologize, I was wrong. I guess you can't ford the river anymore. So that's interesting. I don't know why they changed that, but I guess you can't ford the river anymore. But there looks like there's still places you can, like right here. And obviously over here, because this is where you are intended to come over. It's nice and shallow. There's quite a bit of cover for artilleries at the base, both physical and grassy, I guess, like bushes and trees. There's quite a bit of it. There's also a little bit of destructible objects around both bases that you can hide behind when you're capping. But the big thing is that this road up here is lined with trees, and there's a lot of places for tanks to hull down and basically camp it out up here. Every time I've played this map, which is 3 times so far, you'd think on a test server they'd try and get the new maps out, you know, but whatever. It's been campfest after campfest. This lower part of this southern thing is rarely used just because there's absolutely no cover as far as bushes go. And it'd probably be decent for mediums that are trying to flank, but when there's a whole bunch of tier 10 tank destroyers and other things firing gold rounds at you, the last thing you want to do is try and, you know, run around the flank, because you're just going to get shot to shit. And as you can see, there's a lot of trees, a lot of places for tank destroyers, heavy tanks, even some snipey medium tanks to hide. And how it usually ends up going is a bunch of heavy tanks and tank destroyers come over here, one or two heavy tanks or tank destroyers go down here, and all the mediums just rush this area. And that's how every single battle has happened in this map for me. It ends up like being a stalemate here, and this side either gets completely rolled, or they just roll the enemy team and they come up, start capping, or they come up and flank, or they come up and it's just a mess. I'm not a big fan of this map at all. The mix between, it's got destructible objects everywhere, which as of the new patch are actually destroyed and can be penetrated by AP and APCR rounds. So a lot of this cover is useless. Also, it's very open and not a lot of concealment as far as physical cover that will stop tank shells. So you're really limited in what you can do on this map as far as moving around without getting killed. I think that if they, I don't even know what they would do with this map to make it better. I just don't like this map at all. I have not enjoyed it at all. Any of the 3 times I played it, and I won all 3 times. Once it was actually a pretty good game I had, but it's just not a big fan of this map. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of it, I'll try and find a video of me. I'll try and get in a battle where I'm actually playing on this map, so you guys get a feel of what actually goes on, instead of just listening to me babble on. But that probably won't come in this one. I'll probably post a later video of that. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll have more 8.10 gameplay coming up soon, so stay tuned. See you guys.